Ladies and gentlemen, it's the mayor here, Heath Sharon, with another installment of the 3-Minute Videos. And I am super pumped to be hanging out with you guys today, this week, for the next couple of weeks, as we talk about time management, as we are going to be relaunching our time management course in the second quarter. And I'm super pumped. So I wanted to talk to you, and Kelly and I want to come to you with some tips and strategies on time management. And so today in specific, I want to talk to you about duplicate entry and, breaking up with, duplicate entry. And I know that may seem, pretty elementary, or you might be thinking, why, duh, we don't want to do all that. But at the same time, so many of you guys out there do it. So many of the people that we see out there in the agency world do that, whether it's notepads, whether it's quote sheets, things like that, or reluctancy to use a rater. And I want to talk about that. I want to get you directly entered into the management system. We talked about that earlier in the week, and I want to talk to you about it again today. Because again, if you're using notepads on your desk, then obviously it's you're doing duplicate entry as it is. And everybody, you're thinking, how can I break up with the notepad? That's how I was trained, and that's how I was trained. Well, I want to talk to you about, you can go through different stages, whether you start with, one page on the notepad a day. And then the next week, maybe you can do a whiteboard on your desk. A lot of people continue to use a whiteboard on their desk. You can erase it and do whatever. That's fun. Digital notepads, those are cool. And then you can go straight into the, after a month, then you're going direct entry. And that's kind of how I had to do it. When I first started working over here and working on time management, doing that, because it is difficult. We understand that. Anything that you have to write down and then transfer into the system is obviously duplicate entry, and that takes up time. Quote sheets. When I was a producer, we used quote sheets every single week and every day. And that way I got all the right information. I went through that, and I would have my sheet. I would be writing down, asking the questions and writing down the answers. And those are great. There's nothing wrong with quote sheets. But let's try to move to maybe a fillable PDF that you can go in, a fillable form online, that you can ask some questions, do that, and then you can cut and paste, put in a system, or you integrate it into your system somehow. But again, quote sheets and writing down on your piece of paper as you're on the phone with a client, that's duplicate entry, takes up time. I want you to think about, let's get it straight into the system. If you're not going to do it straight into the management system as you go, maybe you can do it on a pre-fillable quote sheet. The other thing, a lot of people are reluctant to use raters, and they'll say, raters don't work because it's not an accurate quote every time, or raters don't work because of this or because of that. But the main thing to think about with raters is getting rid of duplicate entry. Instead of going into all the systems one by one, you can enter it in one time and it goes straight into theirs. Then you can go in and clean it up a little bit, but it does stop duplicate entry type stuff. So there's a couple different tips today on duplicate entry that I want you to think about. Duplicate entry. I say that 5 times fast. That's a lot of fun. Duplicate entry. I want to talk to you about that and breaking up with that, because again, it's just going to end up slowing you down, and time is the name of the game, and we want to work on time management. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.
So there's one thing that I'm committed to solving as I turn 40, which is eradicating the word busy from insurance agencies. So often, so many times, we're not hitting our agency's potential just because our team is busy. And sometimes they're busy doing the wrong things. They're over-servicing the least desirable clients, or they're not sure how to manage email and tasks, so they're just working off of 5 different places. Or inevitably, they're taking too many payments, which the carriers can take. There's about 10 different core issues that agencies face with time management, and lo and behold, we have just revamped our time management course to tackle each one by one for your team. What I've found in my experiences is that when agencies feel like there's a little bit more time in the day, the cross-selling increases, the follow-ups on new business explode, and ultimately your team turnover is lower because they're not as stressed. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, how does time management help me grow my agency? It helps you avoid all the obstacles that you're spending too much time on, such as putting out fires. And when your team is working uniformly and collectively and can do this thing, which is raise their hand and ask for help, and you as a leader have metrics to manage backlog, you can dive in and be more productive and efficient for your clients. So it's been said that all of our programs hinge on time management. If you can nail down time management, you can make renewal calls. You can have a better closing ratio. You can run your agency more efficiently and effectively. And that's what I've solved in this course. I hope that you become a student. I hope that you subscribe to our courses, because if your team meetings are lagging and your team needs access to great knowledge, our courses are the answer. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started moving your team from busy to effective. And let's go ahead and eradicate that B word from all of our agencies. Have fun and let's go kill it, guys. We want to make your agency ridiculously amazing. And all that starts out with efficiency and effectiveness in your client experience. What are you waiting for? Let's go do it.